Welcome to What's Next Weekly, Premier Annex's weekly podcast for forward-thinking leaders who aren't just keeping up with change, they're defining what comes next.
I'm Sophia Grant.
And I'm Alex Reed. Each week, we break down the biggest challenges and opportunities in business growth, digital transformation, and AI, giving you the insights you need to lead with confidence.
In today's episode, we're tackling a major decision for mid-market IT leaders, choosing between Agentforce IT Service and ServiceNow. With AI rapidly reshaping service management beyond traditional ticketing, we will explore why standard feature comparisons fail and unpack the exact framework you need to ensure your chosen platform actually aligns with your operating model.
Let's get started.
Yeah, let's just jump right into it.
So, imagine you are hiring an IT support lead.
Yeah.
Like, do you hire the strict by-the-book process manager who needs, everything documented perfectly?
Right.
Or do you hire the highly adaptable multitasker who just jumps right into your team's Slack channels and figures it out on the fly?
That is such a great analogy for this.
Yeah, because today we're diving into a massive decision for mid-market IT, which is choosing between ServiceNow and Salesforce's Agentforce for IT service management, or ITSM.
Right, and our mission here is really to figure out which of these totally different approaches actually fits your specific operating model.
Exactly.
Because standard feature comparisons, they just completely fail here. You aren't just comparing software features, you are really choosing between two entirely different philosophies of how work gets done.
Yeah, so let's stick with that hiring analogy for a second. The strict process manager, that's ServiceNow, right? Like the established heavyweight?
Right, yeah. ServiceNow is built on very mature, highly structured workflows. It really thrives when your operation demands that, every ticket, every incident, and every single request is neatly categorized and tracked.
So running through a really highly governed system.
Exactly. A highly governed, predictable system.
So it's that traditional process-centric portal. But then there's Agentforce. Salesforce is really positioning this as the conversationalist. It lives right where your team is already working, whether that's Slack or, Microsoft Teams.
Yes, and it relies heavily on an agentic AI model.
Okay.
So instead of forcing an employee to, leave their workflow and log into a totally separate portal to submit a form.
Right, which nobody actually likes doing.
Exactly. The AI collaborates with humans in real time, right in the chat, to resolve the issue organically.
Okay, but here is where I get stuck looking at the notes.
Okay.
If you're running a lean mid-market IT team, isn't a faster AI-driven chat rollout just, obviously better?
Wow.
Why take on the heavy structured workflow of ServiceNow if you can just get immediate AI assistance with Agentforce?
It definitely looks that way on paper, but speed without structure just accelerates chaos.
Wow. Okay. Accelerates chaos.
Yeah. A rapid rollout only matters if you can actually govern what the tool is doing. If you deploy a conversational AI tomorrow, but your underlying processes are just a complete mess, the AI is just going to, hallucinate answers.
Oh, right.
Or it'll route things to the wrong people faster than a human ever could.
Ah, so this is what the notes mean by AI readiness. It isn't actually about the features the vendor sells you.
No, not at all.
It's really about the data you feed it.
That is the trap right there. AI isn't magic, To make Agentforce or literally any AI tool work, your knowledge foundation must be pristine.
Pristine. Okay.
Think about it. If an AI scans your current company knowledge base, right, and it finds 3 conflicting, completely outdated policies for resetting a password.
Oh, man.
Right, or granting server access, it doesn't know which one is the right one.
So you need absolute workflow clarity.
Yes, and strict data ownership before you even think about unleashing the AI.
So if I haven't done that housekeeping, I'm not actually fixing my support queue. I'm just automating my existing confusion.
That is a perfect way to put it. You really have to ask yourself, does your team have the discipline to connect a rapid chat-based rollout to real functional support processes?
Right.
Or do you actually need the rigid structure of ServiceNow to, force that much-needed discipline onto your organization?
Which really means this isn't a software choice at all. It's an operating model choice.
Exactly. And that ties right into platform fit.
Okay.
If you've spent years building an enterprise service backbone and your team thinks in terms of strict idle processes.
Yeah, then ServiceNow is going to feel like home.
Exactly. But if your company already runs its entire life inside Salesforce and Slack, well, Agentforce is a very natural extension.
So it sounds like the real challenge for mid-market companies isn't just picking the tool out of a lineup.
Right.
It's translating that tool into an actual working system.
And that is exactly where operationalizing these platforms becomes crucial. You can't just flip a switch and hope for the best.
Right, of course.
You have to step back and completely modernize how you route requests, how you manage knowledge, and really how humans and automation hand off tasks to each other.
Yeah.
So are you ready to do that hard rewiring, or are you just shopping for a shiny new ticketing system?
Right, that is the reality check. Because if your operational foundation is cracked, neither the strict manager nor the brilliant conversationalist can save you.
Exactly.
Which leaves you with one final question to really ask yourself before you sign a vendor contract. Like, if an AI read your company's internal documentation right this second, would it instantly solve your employees' problems, or would it just confidently enforce your worst operational bottlenecks?
Oof, yeah, that is definitely something to chew on.
And that brings us to the end of our discussion on Agentforce, ServiceNow, and building a strategic ITSM foundation. We hope this framework helps you move past the vendor noise and evaluate what truly matters for your operations.
Absolutely. If today's episode resonated with you, please subscribe to What's Next Weekly on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss a conversation. Leaving a rating or review helps us connect with more leaders like you.
We'd love to hear your thoughts. Where is your team leaning toward a conversational AI model or mature structured workflows? Share with us on LinkedIn by tagging PremierNX and using the hashtag What's Next Weekly.
For more insights, show notes, and resources from today's discussion, visit our website at premiernx.com.
A quick note, this podcast episode is based on articles and industry insights and was produced with the support of Google AI Services.
Join us next week on What's Next Weekly, PremierNX's weekly podcast, where we'll continue exploring how to turn today's operational challenges into tomorrow's growth opportunities.
Until then, keep building what's next.